It's so interesting to notice that when you are moving into that expansive self, that the mind really throws up as many distractions as it can to get us to look back and stay within that safe place that we have been. And there's such a choice in that, isn't there? About you can look at those distractions and get re-involved in all of that and stay where you were, or you can choose to move beyond that and to break through those fears and acknowledge how magnificent we are, how free we are, that we are the creator, all of those things.
And is that not a wonderful aspect to fully become, to acknowledge in its fullness in that understanding, because you can feel into it. It was always there. It becomes a bit more difficult to attain because this foundational experience, this overlay in that understanding is defined through separation, which is then perceived through fear. So it is that understanding that the mind pulls you back for the ideas of fear, but the mind does not perceive it as fear, it's safe. It is a false understanding of the true expression of being safe. So you have always felt safe being in the limited experience, as all of humanity is played in that way, but then you step out. You step out into a true sense of saying, I am safe to be in this freedom. I am safe to take this step. Such a powerful time in this now experience for the opportunities to step out, to take that leap in that sense, to transform. The gift's there. You're attuning to it very quickly and the access is available. You're not waiting for anything.
You said to me that when those distractions really amplify and when the mind's throwing up so much and when you're being bombarded by so much in the outside world, that it's a cause for celebration because it means you're breaking free from it. It becomes bigger in its efforts to try and hold you back as you're breaking free. And so when you can see everything going on, as a lot is going on in the outside world at the moment, but even in our individual lives where, you know, we're surrounded by so many distractions, when they get so loud, it means you're right there with breaking free, and celebrate that. Don't go back into it and go, oh God, everything this and that, and, you know, get involved in those limited stories again. That's when you take that momentum of knowing how powerful you are and knowing how magnificent you are, and ride the momentum and go further with it, break free from it.
Wonderful. And it is not to make it complicated, because it's that simplistic truth. Mind only knows the limited experience, the box, the foundations of fear. So it draws you back. It says, come back here and be safe. And as you step forth, being the one that is recognized from a higher perspective, from a heart state of being in that sense, you get a broader picture. You see what's the potentials. You feel it. And you say, oh no, I can become more. I can step out of that old belief. It's safe to do that. Now the mind does not see that. The mind holds onto the old foundational aspects of all that you are as that, and it desires you to stay safe. So there's the push and pull, and it's that, well, I love that mind expression of who I am, that limited story that played out to who I am to this now moment, but I know the opportunities. I know the truth of where I can step into and be that experience, be that light. And it is being supported and expanded by the greater self. So that's the excitement, and it's that trust, and it's practice to always step back into the fear, step back into the limited story and say, well, I'm safe here and I'm valued at this and all of that. But here you are giving the opportunity to say, it's safe to step up. It's safe to take that flow, take that opportunity and say, I'm more than that. I'm this magnificent one. I am the creator. I feel joy. I'm going to follow that path of excitement, and that is what will bring you into so much more awareness and clarity that it will not be able to be held back by the mind and its fears and its limitational story.
I just got distracted for a second.
All distractions, there's the mind.
Yeah, I know.
Wonderful. Play with this, look at this. But recognizing, as you said, there it is. When the mind is jumping in and finding the potential of distraction in every moment, you say, oh, look where I'm at, look where I'm sitting now. I am on that front line. I am ready. I'm stepping beyond, and I can keep my eye on the prize, moving forward. Don't look back. Nothing to look back and feel any sense of required energies of regrets or apologies through guilt, or then to bring it in the other way and say, oh, say goodbye, celebrate. It's self-expression. It's not to place those vibrations onto an outside source. It's expression of who you are. I am the celebration. I am the joy. I am the forgiveness. And that is the stepping forth. That is the energies that then carries you forth. That's the flow. That's the excitement.
Yeah, and there's nothing scary about becoming the unlimited version of who you are. It's just the mind which feels afraid of that. But there's nothing to fear in becoming the unlimited version of self. You become the creator of your experience. It is freedom in its absolute purity. It's you choose everything about who you are becoming.
And when you make that choice, you are supported. And you're supported in the most magnificent way, because you recognize that that support brings you into the clarity that you are the one creating the experience. So it's such a joy. And then it's amplified to be perceived through the greater heart expression, the more expanded one you are becoming, that you fully realize that the mind and the construct that is played within and the limited story, that if that is to fall away, then that is not who you are. It is a wonderful gift. I've played within that. I've played in this construct. I've played in this overlay, and look at the creations and look at the expansion and look at the fears and the loves that have played within that. And here I am now to step in as the creator to say, well, now I get to choose exactly what I want, what I know is the magnificent desires. And you'll recognize that's a collective joy of love and partnership in that sense. It is carrying forth to say, let's take this step together. Let's walk this path and celebrate. And I know you and you know me, and look at me. And you are resonating and vibrating in a way that the creative force that you are creates the magnificence. And the ones you desire to be with you are with you, and they walk by your side. And oh, the fun and joy has to be such a delight.
And to look at another and know them as the God self that they are, to know yourself as the God self that you are, to have that relationship and that communication, and just so beautiful.
A fullness of self. Then you are in that presence. You are the gift to self. every cell in your being is resonating what you perceive as love. And when it is attuned through a crystalline expression and a vibrational truth of that love, that God self, then that is that powerful source that you are. That's that joy. You could not look upon another of anything that could not be a reflection of love. Such a powerful understanding to realize that and say, there will just be love, there will just be supportive awareness that I am that I am. And you get to play in all of it. You'll give it that attention. I've desired this, and oh, here it is. I get to play with it. I get to play with it. Oh, the joys and the fun. And it plays through the experience in its most magnificent choosing, because that is all that it could be.
You've told me before that in Atlantean times we communicated through telepathy more than we did through words. And that's something that we're shifting back into as we break through the limitations. Which means that the words we did speak verbally were extremely powerful. And you've told me that there are extremely powerful words that we can use in this time that carry that vibrational weight, that act as a technology to break through the mind. And two of those words are I am. So when you put I am in front of other powerful words, it creates such a resonance, such an ability to break through the limitations, that it's just such a gift to self to be able to use those words, such as I am magnificent, I am free, I am not afraid, I am safe, I am joyful. Whatever it is, it creates a power behind it.
And we would say it's multidimensional in what you are speaking of. So for these now times, that is the value of recognizing the I am. The I am is that frequency. It is that present moment. It brings you to the resonance of the heart space, the opening. It is perceived in that sense, it is a key. So it is the unlocking of the idea of an aspect of self that is held within a resistance in some way, that then can be supported in becoming clear and then being expressed to be recognized and then felt through the understandings of emotions and feelings to then become more. So what we are saying in this now time, the I ams, you can use that as a sense of scale. It's that I'm having this day and I'm feeling this. So if I just sit still within myself and say I am doing okay, and you feel how that's playing out, it gives you the opportunity to feel into it, feel into who you are and where you are resonating in that sense. My set point is in I'm feeling at this level, and if I just play into the I am okay, I am, and it's the more simplistic awareness of support, but it is aligned by bringing the I am to the statement every time, and not to take it further. It's hold that, the spelling of that, the I am, the spell that then is expressed upon you as you, that's the vibration. That is then what ripples in and aligns to you able to say, I am feeling better. I am able to see that things are moving forward. And it is the joy of that. And then you can step into it. And as we said, you bring it in to that flow, and it becomes that point where you then say, I am the joy. I am deserving. I am innocent. All these wonderful vibrational aspects that carry you forth. So in these times, that's the value. That's that technology that's supportive to align you to be moving in that understanding that will support you in recognizing you are and always have been the creator of your experience, the God spark. Recognizing that that is then moving into something that is unfolding in a most magnificent way.
That's so interesting. So if you sit and feel into where you're at and put the words I am in front of that, like I am okay, the I am creates the release of that frequency and then allows you to step higher to a more expanded frequency, and you can follow those steps. Follow that pathway of unlocking each frequency to allow you to find the more and more expansive ones.
Precisely. And with that understanding, it is supportive for this now time, for moving into the experience. And it is a wonderful support because it is a practice. It is a supportive realization that it holds that frequency and you are attuning to the I am. That is a unique frequency that is, in that understanding, unique to you in that awareness. So then when you are in a heightened state of being, the I am becomes a whole new, clearer awareness of being the vibration that accesses far greater potentials for you as you. It is the key to accessing the portals. It's the key to accessing the multidimensional awareness of who you are. It's the key that accesses knowledge because it's a power that is of that awareness through the clarity that this is how I choose to call forth an understanding. I am ready for this wisdom. I am ready for this understanding. I am ready for this experience. It's that sense of commandment that is clear and says, this is what becomes it. This is what becomes it in every moment. So it expands in its magnificence again and again.
And then you reach those statements of truth. I am the creator. I am this magnificent one. I am free. I am prosperous. I am peaceful. I am empowered.
And when it is felt like it is a blanket of love, it is then recognize you are wrapped in support and gifting self this magnificent opportunity, you're right there. Because as those statements then become that sense of enveloping you in love, then you surrender more. You surrender more and more and you just feel the flow. The flow gets better and better. It's not a state of, I just want to sit in this blanket of love and be nurtured. The flow becomes stronger and stronger and you feel this energy within you as you, and you say, oh, I can take this to a state of joy. And now I feel the joy. Now I'm ready to stand with all of this that has come forth to give me that love, and let's dance. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. I am celebration. And it just becomes it. And you feel it, and the joy just emanates through you as you. And you are that beacon. You are that beacon of light and love, and it is recognized and valued because you know who you are. And that is where you stand and say, look at me. Look at me. I am magnificent. And that is the truth for all that is.
And we can say, mind, you've had your day. I'm going this way. I'm going to the stars and beyond.
And mind, I love you very much. Now I am the creator. I am the one to take the control now. I'm the one to step forward and be the master of my experience. It was fun, but let's play this way. Let's enjoy it this way. You'll love it and we'll love it. Win-win. Lots of fun to be had.
Is there anything else you'd like to share today?
We celebrate all that is playing out in every moment because we are perceiving it in ways that shows that you are doing wonderfully. You are moving into an experience that will be defined in ways to look back and think, what a magical time, what a magnificent opportunity. More time of celebration would have been recognised, but you are in your own right celebrating by expressing the stepping forth, and it is taking those choices. I choose to express more of the expansiveness of who I am. I'm choosing this, I'm choosing that, and that's all that can be expressed of you as you. And all that is taking that expansiveness and readying itself in that understanding to become the true experience, the expanded delight that is there, that you have then aligned yourself to become. And that's the excitement, that's the joy, that's the awakening idea. You awaken to realizing that all of this is all of you, and it is magnificent, and it's a breaking free of the limitations, and it's a stepping out of the construct, and it is there that you will see who you are, and that is that magnificent one, and that is the joy and the playfulness and the excitement. And we are, as all that have gathered forth for the connections, to be there with you as you. A greater clarity, a greater knowing of the support, all the fun and joy. So we delight in that and recognize the supportive vibrations that are within this coming together. It gives you the opportunity. You take that breath, you are receiving all of the gifts of the vibrational support that is carrying you forward. Wonderful times for all in every way. And for now, we love you very, very, very much.